Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of my makeup collection series. Today we're going to be getting into foundations. I don't have as many, I don't think. I don't have as many as I usually think, or I think I do. But yeah, if you guys missed part 1, go ahead and go back and watch that video first so you guys aren't behind on the video. What else was I gonna say? Ow, I just like hit my leg and my camera is falling. But yeah, so I really don't know what to say. It is still raining. If you guys cannot hear it, it is still raining. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into part 2. Like we did last time, we're going to do drugstore to high-end. I don't know why. That's weird. Okay. Usually I have high-end and drugstore, but this time it's drugstore and high-end. So we're going to get into drugstore this time first. Okay. So first up, I have the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. This guy is in the shade Fair 120N, and it has SPF 30 in it, which is very, very good, especially for the summertime. It says it is color correcting, full coverage. It has a natural finish to it, and it has collagen, peptides, and I don't know how to say that word. Anyways, this guy is so good, so good. This guy is $14. You guys know I love e.l.f. e.l.f. is one of my brands that I just can't. All their products are just so good. Most of them are so good. And I'm just a big fan of this. I'm a high believer in healthier products to make your skin look as beautiful as maybe a more full coverage foundation type looks. So I really enjoy this. My mom enjoys this as well. So this is really good and I love it. All right, next up I'm gonna stay on the more tinted moisturizer type of products, and then we'll get into like the actual foundations. So next up I have from Wet n Wild. This is their tinted hydrator, and this is in the shade Fair. It says this guy has hyaluronic acid, and it's oil free. It says it's sheer to medium coverage. This guy has amazing coverage. I love this guy almost as much as I love my e.l.f. one. These guys are so good. They have such good coverage to them. This one, though, it doesn't seem to have any kind of SPF in it. So that's kind of a downfall, but it's fine. It's whatever. This is the packaging. I love it. It is so good, and I highly recommend. And last but not least, for my, tinted moisturizer products, I have the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Fair 3W. This guy is really nice. I love using this for day-to-day wear. It has more of a sheer coverage to it. This is a true tinted moisturizer. This guy has no SPF in it. It does have hyaluronic acid, which I do like that. And I really do like the product itself. This guy, when I don't have like a little bit of a tan on myself, this guy's a little bit deep on me, but right now he's fine, so I'm using it up. This guy, again, does not have a lot of coverage to it, so if you don't like not having coverage on your skin, which I totally understand if you don't like that on your skin, if you like a little bit more coverage, this guy is not for you. This guy is $14, and I love Colourpop so much. The only downfall about this line, and the same with the foundation, and also their primer that goes with this line, the pumps seem to get very messy. This is the pump on my tinted moisturizer, and I have not used this in a couple days. So it just cakes up on the pump, and it's kind of disgusting. So that is one thing to note. Okay, now we're getting into my actual foundation. So first up, I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation. This is in the shade Shell Ivory. It's like a fair with a cool undertone. This guy, I was very intrigued by it whenever I saw this because I did not know they had a stick version. And I was like, let's try this because I tried the Makeup Revolution Fast Base foundation stick foundation, and I really liked that, and it worked great on my skin. I don't have that right now because I haven't picked it back up, but that one I fell in love with, so I've been more open-minded to stick foundations, and I tried this. This might have been my problem of why I thought my skin was so oily. It has amazing coverage. It sticks really well to the skin, but I think it made my skin greasy instead of oily, if that makes sense. It made it look very greasy, like I had been sweating. I would go to work, and I was only there for 5 hours, and by like 3 hours later, my skin looked like a waterfall. It looked horrible, but I don't know if it was this or not. But I'm still going to use it. I'm just going to set it down more with powder, or carry powder with me to set my foundation down more. I think it's really good for the price point. If you have oily skin though, I don't think this is a good product for you. Alright, next up I have a product from Catrice, and this is the HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, and it says it lasts up to 24 hours, which I've never tested that because I'm not staying awake for 24 hours to test it. It says it is mattifying and it has a second skin effect. Okay, so, and this is in the shade Rose Beige. I love this foundation. It says it's mattifying, but it's not like overly drying mattifying. It is more on the more satin side. Like, it's mattifying, but it's not like overly drying, if that makes sense. I really do like this. I like the component and the applicator for it. I really enjoy it. It's a really nice one, and I highly recommend this. Alright, next up this is probably the nastiest foundation that I have, and you guys will know why because I just explained it. This is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation in the shade Fair 25W. As you guys see, the pump on this is absolutely disgusting. I have not used this in months, and it's just nasty. And this is one reason why I really don't use it all that often, because of how nasty it gets. But besides the component and the pump situation, I really like this. It is more on the medium side. I enjoy using this for days that I'm going to go outside. That has a little bit more coverage to it. This guy's really good. So I'm upset because the packaging is so awful, but the product itself is really good. Alright, next up we have the Wet n Wild. This is their Photo Focus Dewy Foundation, and this is in the shade Rose Ivory. This is a really nice foundation. It is medium to full coverage. I really enjoy this. I really do. I think this has more coverage than the original, just in my opinion. I liked the original at first, and then my skin got a little bit more on the drier side, and it completely declined it. So, just in my opinion, this is way better. Alright, and last but not least, for my drugstore foundations, I have my baby. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation in this shade Beige. This guy is so good. I cannot even explain it. If you guys go back to the beginning of my channel, you guys will see this guy and me rant and rave about it then. I'm ranting and raving about it now. It is so good. This guy is $6. $6. I think this might be a little bit too light for me now, just because I got a little tan going on. But, guys, I love this guy so much. It is so good. And I don't know what's up with them changing the packaging all the time, but the last bottle that I got didn't say satin on it. It said finish. And then before it said satin. I don't know. I don't know if there's two different kinds or if they're just changing the packaging. I don't really know, but I love this foundation. Okay, so now we're getting into my high-end foundations. First up, I have the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Longwear Foundation and Concealer, and this is in the shade LN4. LN4 on Ulta Beauty's website is vanilla, so this guy is so good. Guys, this is so good. This is one of my favorite high-end foundations, and The pump's nasty on it, but I use this all the time, so honestly, I don't even really care. Being that the Colourpop one is so disgusting, but I don't ever use it, it's just kind of flowing out. So that's my whole gist with that. But this guy is so good. I think what made me find this was I went onto Ulta Beauty and I looked at the lowest rating products, and this guy was on there. Please tell me how, because I don't know, because this guy is amazing in my opinion. And I have really, really dry skin. A lot of foundations do not work for me. Okay, next up I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, and I love the packaging. I love this. I don't know what this reminds me of, but it's really cute. And this is in the shade 150W. I really, really love this foundation. It's not like, I feel like this foundation was a little bit overhyped whenever it first came out, because everybody was like, oh my god, it's so luminous, oh my god. It's really not that luminous. It is more on the satin side, and it has a nice cooling effect to it when you apply it to the skin. But it does not really stay dewy. It doesn't really stay luminous. Like when you first put it on, yeah, it looks luminous because it's wet. But as it dries down, it's not as loomy. So I don't really understand why it's called the Luminous Foundation, but it is really good and it lasts a long time on my skin, and my skin likes it, so I like it. But this guy's a little bit pricey. I got this on Macari, so I didn't pay that much money for it, but it was brand new when I got it, so I'm glad I got it. Alright, next up, I gotta shake this thing up. This thing looks like it's freaking old, but it's not. So next up I have the Too Faced Born This Way Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation in the shade Snow. I love this foundation. I tried this in a mini size a long time ago and fell in love with it. And I finally got it a couple months ago in my Sephora haul. And I love this so much. It is really, really good. It is like a medium to full. And you can definitely build it up to be what you want it to be. It doesn't get cakey. So I really enjoy this, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Honestly, it's worth the price tag. Alright, next up I have the Tarte Face Tape Foundation, and this is in the shade Fair Beige, or 12B Fair Beige. This guy is definitely too light for me right now. Holy crap, look at that. That's crazy. Okay. When I'm not tan, this guy is still too light for me. So, yeah. But this guy right here, it's not my favorite, but it is a really, really nice one. The only downfall to this foundation is it is not flash proof. Like on your phone. This guy has awful flashback, and I hate it because it wears so good on the skin, but it's just like, ew. Like, I don't want to wear it after that. But I do like to wear this, because this isn't really a, like, full coverage foundation. It's more on the medium side. So I do like that about that. But, yeah. Alright, next up, another one of my babies. This is the Too Faced Do You Full Coverage Fresh Glow Foundation. In the shade Snow as well. This guy is so good. I found this guy at TJ Maxx, and I was like, let's try it, because I don't really use a lot of Too Faced. And this was, I had a freaking fly in my room. Holy moly. Anyways, I didn't try a lot of Too Faced products at that time, because I was still kind of struggling with money and stuff, and I'm still struggling with money, but I found that going to TJ Maxx and getting makeup that hasn't been touched at all, that you've never tried before, is a really good way to find makeup that you love. And I fell in love with this guy, so I'm very, very excited that I found this, and I'm trying not to use it all because this guy is $39. But honestly, this is so worth it. If you have dry skin and you love the smell of watermelon, because this guy has a nice smell of watermelon, and it's not one of those fragrances where you put it on and it just carries. It goes away after a little while of just sitting on your face, and I really love it. So, okay guys, so these next two are minis, so I don't actually know, like, I know my thoughts on one of them. The other one, I'm not really sure because I don't remember ever trying it. But we have the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. This one is in the shade 1.1. And this guy is really, really full coverage. I'll have to make a video on using this because, guys, this guy is freaking amazing. It is so, so good. But I love this. The only downfall, and I think it's the shade, when I put this on, it looks like it has a gray undertone on me, and I will make sure to point that out in the video that I make about this. I don't know. It just looks gray on my skin when I apply it. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or if it's the camera or the lighting. I don't know. But it's really, really good. This foundation is expensive, so I'm trying not to use as much of this so I can still have it. And then this next one, I don't remember ever trying this. This is the Cover FX Luminous Tinted Moisturizer. And this is in the shade Fair and Light. I don't know. I've never tried this, so I'll have to try it out and let you guys know. Alright guys, so thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed part 2. Again, I will have everything listed down below of what products I have and what I talked about in today's video. But yeah, I will see you guys in part 3.